Oh, wow. Shishani, that was fantastic. You know I love tea, but now I'm going to insist it's served that way every time. Tea pouring is not the only trick you'll see at the Laosha Tea House. There are variety acts throughout the evening. Tea houses are an integral part of Chinese culture. Been around since the 7th century Tang Dynasty, when storytellers and folk singers were often hired to liven up the atmosphere. And at Laosha, there's lots more to come. The Laosha Tea House marks the revival of tea house culture in Beijing. Named after a Chinese author, it has roots in China's Cultural Revolution, when tea houses were shut down. In 1979, there were some 400,000 young people out of work. Many of them had returned from the countryside, where they'd been re-educated, taught to worship Chairman Mao and his teachings. Meanwhile, a government worker named Yin Shengxi was concerned about unemployment, and he set up an open-air tea stand that provided work for a number of the jobless youth. After the Cultural Revolution ended, that extremely successful tea stand moved to its present dwelling and began featuring the art and culture that had been banned for years. The first floor, left of the main entrance, features dinner and shadow puppetry. Prices are quite reasonable, starting at about $1.50 for hors d'oeuvres and $5 for the show. The second level contains the main gift shop with tea sets, cups, and naturally, teas galore. Prices are reasonable, so if you really want something special, get some flower tea. Not only is it exotic and beautiful, it's supposed to contain healing ingredients used in traditional Chinese medicine. The second floor is also a VIP area. It's arranged like a traditional Chinese home called a siheyuan, complete with narrow stone walkways, a surprising grass courtyard, and there are rooms on each side of the courtyard. This room is beautiful. It's actually kind of modern. The 6 rooms seat between 4 and 10 people, but differ greatly in price, mood, and decor. Themes range from ancient Chinese masks to the history of the tea business in the Middle Kingdom. These private rooms host business meetings or are just a place to relax, and they range in price from about $7 to $20 an hour, not including tea and snacks. The third floor is where the party really starts. The large lantern festoon room faces a stage, and the seats fill up quickly. Tea and snacks are provided for a fee, along with the good humor of the master of ceremonies. In Chinese, this says no access, but we have a backstage pass. When you see these operas, you wonder how the makeup is done and how long it takes and how many people it takes. And right now we're good 45 minutes into what we've seen so far. I'd say she's at least an hour into this. The jewels have gone on, and like I said, no hairpins at all in this whole hairpiece. Maybe we ought to leave her alone so she can meditate and get ready for the show. One of tonight's performances will be The Legend of Whitesnake, a Peking opera. Even though there'll be subtitles, it doesn't hurt to know that the main character, a white snake, turns itself into a beautiful woman and marries a mortal man. After a ferocious battle, the happy couple is split up by an evil abbot. Sadly, Whitesnake is imprisoned for hundreds of years. But ultimately, she triumphs, destroying her prison. Like any good story, Whitesnake has something for everyone. Great costumes, love scenes, and fantastic fights. On to the Kung Fu demonstration. This Chinese martial art is simultaneously a spiritual and a physical discipline. It's been practiced for thousands of years, and many of its movements are imitations of the fighting styles of animals. But self-discipline is emphasized, and you won't find much of that in the animal kingdom. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. The audience also gets involved at Laosha Tea House. Olympic visitors who come to Beijing to see the best of the world's athletes shouldn't miss seeing the best of China's culture and traditions, its legendary hospitality, amazing martial arts, and mesmerizing entertainment. For that and more, the Laosha Tea House provides one-stop shopping. Are you getting the same impression as I am that Beijing may have more nighttime fun than America? Well, that's it for this episode, and here's a look at what's coming up on the next Beijing. Are you ready?